Hey guys, and welcome to BTV with Shanasia Shanice. Starting this week's trending topic, I felt like I had to speak out about what we are going through right now as a culture. Um, Nipsey. This is me raw, uncut, barely any makeup. I'm not one of those girls that get dressed just to stay in the house. I don't do all that. But I just felt like this topic needed to be addressed. First and foremost, I feel like we're all talking about everything but the common topic, about what it truly is. I think we lose sight on what we really are frustrated about and frustrated with. It started off, okay, Nipsey passed away, which was very uncut, raw, and by any means, nobody deserves that. But with us grieving, and we all are, many of us are, and that's fine. I often have seen fighting, bickering, arguing about why, how, who was behind it. Give this person condolences. Give that family member condolences. At the end of the day, when you say my condolences to the family, or when you say praying for the family, that goes for everybody. That goes for all of the family. It should not mean just a specific person. But I also feel like when it comes down to this death, it has really opened up the eyes of many. And it also may open up the eyes of who you are dealing with and who you have close to you that may see something differently than you do. Because this is very deep. Many may not think it was deep. Many may think that, oh, this wasn't a conspiracy. This was gang related. Well, I don't know. I'm no cop. I'm not a part of the LAPD, but I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like with two gangs coming together, it kind of showed you guys, open your mind, open up your mind, open up your world, and kind of think really deep into stuff. We cannot just sit here and allow them to feed us breadcrumbs and we just take it and we go with it. Because how many years or how many decades has stuff like this been happening? And then we just say, oh, it's not possible, or oh, it can't happen. Well, these are the reasons why it's getting swept underneath the rug. We have to care as a culture for ourselves, and we have to come together. We can't sit here and whine and complain about other people caring about our life if we don't care about our lives as well. And that's very important for me. I am all about Black Lives Matter. I am all about all cultures. But I also feel as our culture, we need to come together. It's time for us to stop fighting ourselves. It's definitely time for us to stop killing each other. It's time for us to come together as a team, because at the end of the day, our families, our new generations, a lot of people have kids. A lot of people, how would you feel? Yes, it has gotten better since Martin Luther King. It has gotten better since Malcolm X. But if we don't take a stand and we don't put our foot down and say, we will not take this, we will not let you put two people against each other, or two worlds, the same world, but two different sides against each other, because that's exactly what you want it to be. They want us to go against ourselves. They want us to think these things about ourselves. But at the end of the day, anybody's capable of the same madness that we are capable of. I truly feel that our culture has to wake up. We need to see that there is a world out there, and that sometimes not everybody thinks we're the enemy, but sometimes we're the enemy against ourselves as well. I don't know, how this happened. All I know is it was unfair. All I know is it was unreal. And for someone so precious and so sweet and so kind to have been killed the way that he was, regardless of his past, was selfish. That man did not deserve to be gunned down like some deer in front of everything that he worked hard for. He didn't deserve that. He deserved something more. He deserved something precious. But I do stand way behind his family when they state that he was here for a purpose and he accomplished that, because I think he woke everybody up. And I'm one of those people. I knew a little bit about Nipsey, not much. I didn't listen to his music. I seen a little bit of here and there what he did with his community, but I didn't know much. But when that post came on my feed, it's almost like I gasped for air. I felt it, and I knew it was gonna shake. I knew it was gonna shake the world, because you can feel when a huge presence, when a wonderful presence is in your life and in your world and making a difference and spreading light and positivity. See, what they don't want is they don't want us doing what he did. They don't want us having a past and making a future. They don't want us coming from nothing and making something out of nothing. They don't want that. They want us to stay in a box. They want us to stay in a standstill, but it's up to you. See, where you come from doesn't have to be what you end up being, or that doesn't have to be, oh, I came from this, so this is all I know. You can be better than that. You can be whatever you want to be. You have one life to live, and nobody should justify what you do with it. Only you justify what you do with it. And I really hope that everybody can just open up their hearts and their minds, first of all, to his family, but also to his message that he left, because he left some huge shoes to fill. But if we work together, and if we start looking at that message and we start thinking, hey, we can come together. Hey, we don't like something, why don't we stand up and make a change? There are so many things that we complain about. Everybody, not just blacks, everybody. We complain about our president, we complain about this. I hear some people complain about presidents, but you don't even vote, but you want to complain about who your president is. Okay, well, that's your voice. You're choosing to shut your own voice off. So I don't want to hear you complain. If you want something to change, sometimes you got to make a change for yourself. Sometimes you got to get up and make a stand. And whether people agree or disagree, some person might have the same view as you. And it's in your best interest to stand up for yourself and have a voice. It's in your best interest to have a voice for the culture. It's in your best interest to have a voice for an American, or as an American. It's in your best interest to have a soul and to have a heart. Some of the things that I have seen and heard, about this man who just died. First of all, we don't know him, okay? And yes, we feel connected to him because he was on the news and he was all over TV. But at the end of the day, we need to give his family some respect, because this is actually a real life. A real life was lost. A real life literally was lost a week ago. So we need to really be respectful and think about that. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. See, I've been there before. And it wasn't a good feeling. And the thought of these people having to have this man's video of how he passed away all over national news, and once something hits the internet, honey, it never goes away. It's a very unfortunate thing. So please, just let's be honest and let's be real and let's be human and let them grieve. And we can grieve too, and we can be supportive. But I'm sure Nipsey would not want us fighting each other. He would not want us arguing about, oh, if a Crip did it, oh, if a he doesn't want all that. That was not the point. The point is for unity. The point was for all of us to come together. The point is for us to make a change. The point is for our ancestors that died before us, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. Do you want me to keep going? They didn't die for no reason. They didn't die for us to be out here acting a hot buck wild mess. They didn't die for us to be out here killing each other over a pair of shoes or even less. Some people have killed for nothing at all. They didn't die for all of that. They didn't die for us to not be exercising our right to vote. They didn't die for us to be out here not trying to work or not trying to make a stand or even stand up for your fellow black citizen, your fellow white citizen. It doesn't matter. We have a voice for a reason. We worked hard for that voice. People died for us to have a voice. And you need to open up your mouth and do something about it. You need to open up your mouth and join and stand up for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And that is a very valid statement. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody who has tuned in or even took a time out of their day to watch this video. I'll be making more of these every week with different topics that are happening in the world or happening in our country. And I just really hope that you guys will tune in. And BTV stands for Be the Voice by Shanasia Shanice. Please support the movement. Love you guys.